If you're here, you probably just watched my demo on my free app for small businesses and makers to manage their resources and their inventory to make the products that they sell. This video will show you how to make that copy of that template and set it up for your needs. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, go check out that video. You might be in the right place if you're a small business or maker, because this will help you manage your inventory. So the only thing you're really going to need is a Gmail account. A Gmail account is going to really help you set this up easy and keep it free for personal use. The best part about this too, though, is it can scale with you. So if you are in a position where you need more users or you need more functionality out of it, you can go into paid tiers. But ultimately, this template, the link in the description, will be free for you all to use and customize for your needs. Let's check it out. So when you click the link in the description, it's going to take you to this page, which shows you the preview of the app that you can make a copy of. There's two things you can click on here. You can click look under the hood if you really just want to see what it looks like on the other end of this tool, or you can copy and customize, which will make the copy into your profile and allow you to start doing whatever you want. So when you click copy and customize, it's gonna pop up a little screen that's gonna ask you some questions before you make the copy. If you wanna just see everything that I showed you in the other video, just have these two things checked off and click copy app and you'll get everything. You can remove things, put in your own, but it'll at least give you the exact thing that I showed you in that last video so you can get a better understanding of how things work. So when you make that copy, it's gonna take a little bit to load, but it's gonna drop you off into this back end, the thing that I used to make the app itself. On the right hand side here, you'll see a preview, which is what you're familiar with from the last video that I showed. And everything else is sort of all the inner workings, the things that I did to build this app and make it work for this need. So the first thing I'm going to suggest you do is just go to the little cog here on the left, the settings, click information, scroll down a little bit, and just make sure that this personal use only is still checked off. That's just going to keep it in that I'm using it as a single individual for my little need bucket and not kind of raise any flags that you're in some big organization and we need to make sure we need hundreds of users to be working on this, right? Then what you're going to want to do is go into a few of the tables and make sure the variables that I showed you are going to fit your needs. So in my example, it was candles. I had categories related to candles. I had units related to candles, things like that. So we're going to pop over to this first little icon here that says data, and we're going to go to the inventory items page. So right here, we can see all of these sort of columns, the field names that we have in our app. We're just going to click on that item category, edit it, and this is where we can make a list of all of the categories that we want to have in our app. So this is just a way of organizing it a little bit better if you have a lot of resources you use. You can take it completely out if you want. You can delete each individual one or just change the names, but this is where you're going to have that list. So when you go to add that inventory item and it says what's the category, now you can pick what category you want. When you're done here, click done and we'll move on to the next one. Next, we're going to go down two more to where it says unit type. And this is going to be the same thing. It's just a list saying what are those common units you use. And the reason why we do it like this and we program it in is so that way you don't have to type it and you don't spell something different every time. So it creates consistency. So now you always select from that drop down. You can say ounces, pounds, or just it's a unit, it's one box, it's one unit. That's just a way to fill in that blank sort of, right? But maybe it's not units, maybe it's a length of yarn or something like that. This is where you can put in those units so your inventory stays consistent when you kind of make those withdrawals and put more things in. So let's make a change just to show you how you need to save it too. So let's change ounces to say feet. And when you're done, we'll click done up here. So the save button up here turns bright blue just to let you know that you actually have to save this. That way any changes you've made in the editor are actually reflected in the deployed app that you're actually using while you're tracking all your inventory items. So we of course want to hit that save button and everything sort of refreshes and then we're back to editing. There are a ton of other things that you could do in this tool and poke around in and change to fit your needs better, but ultimately those are the only two specific things that would prevent you from starting to use this app for your specific needs. Unless of course you're a candle company also. So when you are done with that and you are ready to start using this, what you want to do is go over to this little rocket ship icon here, which is what's gonna deploy the app, aka make it ready for you as a user to use, and you click on deploy. If this is not already expanded, you might have to click on it It's a deployment check, but everything here should be okay, even if it says error or warning, because we're using it as a personal use free account. You can move the app to deployed state despite errors. And once it refreshes, you should see that there's a little check next to the rocket ship, and it says your app is deployed. So now, outside of this editor, if you want to actually use the app on your computer or phone, you're just going to grab the links to actually use the deployed app. So to do that, we're going to go up to the share icon, which is the person with the plus sign. And then you're going to go to copy sharing links. And if you want to use it in your computer browser, you can grab this one and you can save it or save it on your desktop, whatever you need. And if you want to install it on your device, you can grab this one. I usually just send that to myself as an email. I open it up on my phone, click the button. It's going to install the AppSheet app, and then it's going to install your actual application that you made, this copy of this template, onto your phone, click an icon, start using it. So that's it. I know there's a little technical things to do, but I really hope that was an easy setup and it's a better option than going and buying something. I know how hard it is for small businesses to have to spend their money buying things to make themselves more efficient, and it's so nice to have tools like this that can be free if you can just put a little bit of time into it. I hope I did that for you. I hope I put the time into it and I gave you something that you can pretty much just pick up and use. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll do my best to respond and help everyone. But sincerely, I hope this helps you and your business run just a little bit smoother. I really appreciate it. Do all the things, like, comment, subscribe if you like this. Have a great one. I'll see you next time.